Hi, everybody. This is the Environmental Visualization stream in the first year research immersion program at Binghamton University. I am Dr. Joe Panzik, and I will be telling you a little bit about the stream and myself. So I am Joe Panzik. I have a PhD in geology and geophysics with extensive field experience in multiple locations such as Costa Rica, Namibia, Africa, Wyoming, Montana, and Sicily. And one of my strong passions is for training and mentoring students, specifically undergrad students, to create the next generation of researchers. So what types of things do we address within this stream? Well, if we take overall the environment, it involves what's going on around us, sort of the biological factors, the non-biological factors, and us, and how everything sort of fits in. So in some areas, in wooded areas, we're looking at identifying and locating orphaned gas wells. We're looking at mapping fungal mycelium networks and what's going on below the surface. We can do wildlife surveys, so we can look at deer populations in different areas, and we can observe and monitor tree health and how that affects the environment overall. In sort of water areas, we can look at water pollution and contamination. We can observe groundwater flow and discharge. And something that's of particular interest to this area is we can also monitor the transfer of harmful algal blooms and their development over the course of it, because they have a strong impact on the economics and environment within the area. We can also apply this to agriculture, and we can monitor soil health and also monitor crop health overall, and look for pest invasion and pesticide application and do these things. And from the person standpoint, we can look at industrial contamination sites, we can map utilities below the ground, and we can also locate unexploded ordnances. So this has been of use, identifying ordnances in collaboration with Ukraine war efforts. But we can also look at archaeological and anthropological sites, so we can do cemetery mapping to identify places of interest and correspond with records. We can monitor historic sites to see what's going on below it, and we can look at archaeological sites to find targets of interest. And these techniques are both ground-based and drone-based, so from the air. So ground-based, we use ground-penetrating radar, electrical conductivity, magnetometry, and near-surface seismic observations. From drone-based, we can do photogrammetry, also known as 3D modeling, to create digital images of things. We can use LiDAR detection, thermal imaging, and multispectral imaging. New techniques are allowing us to combine drone-based with many of the ground-based observations as well. And so here are some of the student projects that our stream has been doing. So observing the orphaned gas wells through magnetometry surveys. We've also been observing mycelium networks, so fungal networks, using conductivity meters and ground penetrating radar. Groups are also trained to use the equipment on a regular basis. So on the left is a ground penetrating radar survey where students are trying to map the extent of tree root systems. And we also go into the nature preserve and observe the health of trees. So on the right, they are marking trees that have been affected with hemlock woolly adelgid, a parasite that infects hemlock trees. Here we have a drone that is flying a magnetometer. The students are using this to detect synthetic unexploded ordnances. So they are mimicking the unexploded ordnances with hockey pucks and a screw on them. They're using this to determine whether a new airborne technique can accurately detect these devices to minimize the risk to humans in the field. If you are interested in the stream, feel free to reach out and contact me. My email is jpanzik@binghamton.edu, and I hope to see you in the future.